Welcome to Sinful's Horror Stories. Today's video features 2 true scary Halloween stories. Sit back, relax, stay sinful. Halloween of 2019 was one that I will never forget. My friends and I always throw a massive party each year. We are all really into this holiday, huge costume party, booze to the excess, just an unforgettable time. My grandfather owns a huge house in the middle of nowhere, so that is the place of the party each year. Grandpa travels to Mexico for the fall and winter months, and he is aware of our huge Halloween bash, and is fine with it. The house is about 6,000 square feet of nothing but an A-frame, large windows and sliding glass doors. Our guests arrived around 9 p.m. on Halloween night. We had roughly 100 people inside and outside of the house. Our holiday fun was off to a fantastic start until around 1 a.m. One of my friends noticed that a large man in a gorilla suit costume was following our friend Sadie. Apparently for the past hour, everywhere she went, this man would be in close proximity. I'm 6'3" and this man towered over me, to put his size in perspective. My friend Sean and I approached him and asked him who he was and who he knew at the party. There's 100 guests, but we all know each other for the most part. We all grew up together in a small town and are like a huge friend family. At first, no answer. Then the man leans down to get closer. He looks at Sean and whispers, "Sean, don't you remember me?" We are both speechless. How does he know Sean? Sean demands that this man take off his mask and identify himself. Before he responds, a loud bang goes off 10 feet behind us, and everyone scatters. I scan the crowd for the gorilla man, and it's like he has vanished into thin air. I see another flash of light and another bang, bang. These are gunshots going off. I run for cover and notice about 50 yards in the brush and trees, a huge black figure hiding behind a large oak. I carry a weapon everywhere I go every day without fail. I have my Glock at the ready and try and flank our mystery guest. He makes a move and then I fire 2 rounds in his direction. As the pursuit continues, my mind starts to put the pieces of this nightmare puzzle together. I served 5 years in the Army in my younger years, and I had a falling out with a giant man in our unit. He almost killed Sean in a hit-and-run accident years prior. Sean had slept with his wife, and now here we are on Hallows Eve, running for our lives. I scan the perimeter for the man, and I see him drop to his knees and keel over. Sean appears from behind the bush laughing. He just killed this man. I felt a pain at the back of my head and lost consciousness. I woke up in the hospital and Sean was at my bedside. He said, "Hey buddy, how are you feeling?" I asked what happened, and he said, "Hey, I had to knock you out so I could bury the body." Story number 2. When I was a kid growing up, Halloween was my favorite holiday, hands down. My friends and I made so many amazing memories on those Halloween nights. I always enjoyed dressing up and going out candy hunting. This year we were all 13 years old, and this was our last trick-or-treating experience we would have. The night started out like every other year. We got all geared up and went out in a group of 3. My friend James and Tyler were always my closest friends. We did everything together. My parents dropped us off downtown in a major new development. This neighborhood was supposed to be the best for getting loads of candy. The streets were packed, wall-to-wall kids and their parents. An hour goes by and we are making progress stuffing our pillowcases with sweets. I notice the street is much less populated. The time was 10 p.m. now, and our meetup time with my parents was at 10:15. My friends were pushing me to go to the last house on the street. This house was pitch black, except one small, dimly lit pumpkin at the top of the stairs. I eventually gave in and joined my friends. We slowly crept up the steps to the pitch black porch area. There was a large steel loop door knocker on the heavy wooden door. This seemed like something right out of a horror movie. I was waiting to be forcibly taken with my friends, never heard from or seen from again. James knocks on the door. 20 seconds go by with no answer. I faintly hear a creak in the wooden floorboards on the other side of this monstrous door. A dark shadow looms large as it approaches the doorway. We are so scared in this moment. The door opens and an elderly man with a hunched back says, "Hi, kids." We exchange words with our trick-or-treats, the usual. He looks up and asks what our costumes are and if we've gotten enough candy for the night. I notice the man has no candy to pass out. We hear another creak on the wood floor, and then another. I'm getting a striking feeling that we need to leave, now. We start to back up off the porch, and 3 men emerge from the front door, and now they are wearing the scariest, most evil masks I've ever seen. I turn to run, and then we are met with 2 more people behind us at the mailbox. We are surrounded and have no escape. We make a break for it and they give chase, and thank God I noticed the headlights of my parents' car. My parents have been searching for us because of our curfew time. I get to the car and jump inside, completely out of breath from the near-death experience we just underwent. I look back and then the 5 men slowly disappear into the tree line. We exit the suburb and Brian looks like he has seen a ghost. He whispers, "The man just waved at me." I ask him, "Brian, what? What did you say?" He said he saw one of the men wave and then put his finger up to his mouth and went, "Shh." We never partook in any Halloween festivities as young teens again. That was the most horrifying night of my young life. Story number 3. The year was 1957, Halloween night. A couple was getting ready for bed when the doorbell rang. It was late, but the husband answered the door, ready to dole out more candy. Instead, an adult wearing a mask shot him in the chest, killing him. Was it a trick-or-treater dissatisfied with the candy selection? Not quite. The murderer, it turns out, was the girlfriend of a woman who had had an affair with the murdered man's wife. The woman convinced her girlfriend to do away with the husband in order to have the wife for herself. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for future content. Email your true scary stories to thesinfulsavant@gmail.com. Until we meet again, stay sinful.